Hi, my name is Gayatri and welcome to my YouTube channel Shitigottasay. So, in today's video, we will eat a lot of Domino's. But we're gonna eat food and talk about the time in my life where I took a break from everything for about 6 months. I filmed this video thrice, edited it twice. Okay, about 7-ish months ago, I was at a point in my life where I was doing everything that I was supposed to do and it got too much for me. You know, like your 20s are supposed to be the time where you're supposed to full on hustle and do everything else, and I was doing it. But it got so much for me to the point where I would just be so unhappy with everything. I'd just be sobbing at my room at night for no fucking reason, and it got too much for me mental health wise. And I decided, you know what, fuck all of this, I'm just gonna take a break. Thankfully, touch wood, I had an understanding family, understanding close couple of people, and I had saved enough to sustain me. I didn't decide a timeline. So basically the purpose of this video is to tell all of you guys what I learned from the break that I took in my early 20s, and hopefully it makes your life a little better. If it doesn't, I hope it provides some entertainment. Just eat your own food too while I'm eating this, so like, you know, whatever. I'm gonna start off with a couple of questions, okay? Like why I took the break, when, how, whatever I did, what the things I learned. So just bear with the first 5 and then I'll elaborate on the how, whatever I learned part later. Why? Because it was all getting too much. I'd been working for about 2 to 3 years, and I had also been doing my last year of college while working. And then mentally, I wasn't in a good place, and I really wanted to take a break and, you know, reevaluate. I thought that I was just running with no direction. So that when I woke up one day and decided I'd take a break. Did not overthink about it, did not Google much, just woke up one day and knew that I wanted to take it, quit, and now this is where I am. How? I started off slowly. I collected enough money to sustain me for those few months, which I'd recommend to all of you to try and be financially at a place where you're able to sustain yourself. Otherwise, the break's gonna take you to some real low places, okay? Because like, अब तुम माँ बाप के ऊपर ही रह रहे हो, ये सब, this is just those thoughts. So that initially it started off as something new. It started off as अच्छा ठीक है, now I'm gonna do something of my own. मैं वो करूँ, I'm just gonna leave the job and decide. Then I got real lazy, I got complacent. Then it turned into a break, and honestly, I loved it. There were times when I overthought, I was like, oh my god, my life is shit, I am shit, वगैरह whatever. But generally किसकी life में नहीं आता है. Ignore the mess. My dog is crazy. What did I do? So honestly, I was pretty lazy. It was not productive at all. I did not intend for it to be productive. I did not go into it thinking, oh, I'm gonna learn a new skill, oh, I'm gonna do this. Frankly, I didn't want to do any of those things. I've always been an overachiever and I did not want to be that anymore. I said, fuck it, मेरे को 6 महीने कुछ नहीं करना है, no matter what. बाकी लोग मेरे से आगे successful हो रहे हैं, हो जाए भाई, वो करोड़पति बन जाए, कुछ नहीं होता. But I need a fucking break. I'm not learning anything, I'm not doing anything, I will just fucking chill. And that's what I did. I was lazy as fuck. I traveled a little. Eventually it got to a point where I was just sitting on my bed and watching TV, and it got a little insane. I'm not gonna lie, some days were real dark, but I came to terms with it. Something I would recommend is just a recommendation: have something that you want to do for like 15 minutes to about 1.5 hours of your day. कुछ रखो that okay, in this day I will do this, so that you have that sense of a little achievement or a little productivity or whatever. Okay, just a rug tip, lena lo, nahi to jaane do. Moving on. So I did learn a few things. I actually like the attitude that I'm filming this with. I remember all my past videos being filmed with like a very loser attitude. Also, I don't like how I look like right now. So maybe let's open my hair. But I just got a haircut and I do not like it. Oh, this is cute. Kind of. I mean, I don't know. So this. So okay, let's have. This is acceptable. Okay. Moving on. I learned a few things, and I'm just gonna read a paragraph of each and then like talk to you about it, because honestly I've kind of forgotten. Sorry. These are the things I learned from my break at 23. Number one, I learned how to not derive my value from the number of things I've done that day. So I've personally derived my value from some metric or the other throughout my entire life, and I guess a lot of people do that, or most people I know do that, from the number of things they've done that day, their weight, their accomplishments, whatever. And I think everyone does that at some level, right? I'm sorry, I got my nails done and I'm like moving on. Also, how do you like my nails? I like them. Moving on. So I realized that there's a metric that I always valued myself from, and like being productive also fills you with a sense of accomplishment, right? Like, yeah, मैंने आज ये करा वो करा होता है, and who doesn't like that sense and that feeling? But I realized that there is more to life than that one metric that I'm living my life off of. Oh my god, I only had 2 meetings today, or only did this much today, or only did that much that day. I realized that the world we live in is also very metric based, right? But I shouldn't value myself off of my productivity level that day. Like, some days it's fine to have low productivity and not do much and just fucking lay low and chill. And who doesn't like days like that? And they don't have to be the world defined Sunday. No, it can be whatever day you're feeling low, or whatever day you feel like, honestly. If that's the kind of life you want and you have the privilege of choosing a lifestyle like that, then fuck yes. I am more than the number of things I've done today and the number of things I did yesterday. And I should not be filled with a horrible guilt, worthlessness feeling because I didn't do anything. Like, I shouldn't be deriving my value only off of my productivity. There are other things, and my value stays the same no matter if I have a job, if I don't have a job, if I'm earning money, if I'm not earning money. It should stay the same, especially in my eyes. So I learned that. Number two, and it's gonna sound super cheesy, but I took a break. I fucking paused, and I learned the beauty in normal things, like being able to chill with my family or my friends for as long as I want to without having to worry कि oh my god कल नौकरी पे जाना है, कल ये करना है, वो करना है. Just spending time with my dog who was sick. Just little things that I did with my loved ones that I had time to do, that honestly was life changing, and it really helped. Also, I reflected a fuck ton on my life, dude. Like, I had nothing to do. All I did was either while away watching TV or whatever, or B, I reflect on my life, going, oh my god, what did I do? Why did I do? And after you're done with the initial useless reflection where you're thinking about the arguments you could have won, you somehow end up going into a deeper phase where you're just like, okay, this is what I should do with my life, this is what I should do. I guess it's called like post-graduation depression or something, where you're like, I have to make all my life decisions now, fuck. So I truly enjoyed spending time with people and myself, and having the luxury of time, without any constraints. Third one, and it's kind of harsh, but people will have a lot of opinions, a fuck ton of opinions about your break or non-break or whatever the fuck. There are people who told me कि बहन जो ब्रेक ही ले रही तो मास्टर्स ही कर लेना. मास्टर्स तुम्हें ब्रेक लगता है, तुम्हें पता है पढ़ाई कितनी होती है उसमें, बकचोदी बक. My point being कि people will have a lot of opinions, but it's on you if you let those opinions take power or not, and if you let them change or edit or alter your life in any way. It is completely your choice and your decision, and there is nothing that I or anyone else has to go about it. See, there are a few close knit circles. There's a close knit circle around everyone if you have the luxury of having that. Touch wood, thankfully I had that, and my people were really supportive. There were times where everyone was like, yeah, why are you wasting time doing this, that, planet? There were people who had a fuck ton of opinions. You don't really need to tell people you're doing this. If you even tell them, just know that they're all entitled to their own opinion, and they will always have more to say about your life than they'll ever have to say about their own lives. So that also know that there's a trend on Instagram. I was the girl he didn't want to date, so I became the girl he couldn't get, and all that bull fucking shit. Why would you give someone else the power to change or alter your life if they, especially if it's a negative power? So if people have their opinions, then don't let that take power over you and take control of your life. If you do, then again, it's your decision, it's your life. Frankly, people came up to me and were like, oh my god, you're wasting time, whatever. And yes, I was wasting time. So the fuck what? It was my fucking time that I chose to waste. I chose to waste that time. I wasted it willingly and decided to waste it, and I will fucking waste it. It's my time. Shut the fuck up. It's as simple as that. And I'm not gonna pretend I'm some sort of martyr and like, oh, nothing will affect me. Bullshit. There were nights I cried and I was like rethinking my decision again and again and again and just thought I was wasting time. So the fuck what? There were nights where I had a hard time to realizing, oh my god, this is what I'm doing. I'm doing nothing. And that's it. Me crying at night, being affected by people and all of that shit. What did that get me? Where did that get me? Nowhere. I just end up feeling sadder than I was already feeling. It's not gonna matter. Tell them to fuck off and just chill and do whatever the fuck you wanna. Everyone's gonna die and no one's gonna remember you, so don't give anyone the power to validate or invalidate your actions or feelings. And if you do that, then that's your decision, and frankly nobody else will care. They'll care for like a minute, and that's about it. Number 4, and it's gonna be the hardest one. I know I've said the last one was harsh already. This one is something you do to your own self. You're gonna feel super left out. You're gonna feel left out, and you're gonna feel like everyone is running and you're just caught in one spot, and then now, after the amount of time you've taken off, there is no way you could catch up with them. It'll feel like life is a marathon, and like 3 dates में बोला था ना उसने ऐसा. And you're just gonna feel like everyone's going out, having these cool memories, doing these cool as new things in their career, Insta वगैरह पे जो सब post करते हैं, but in reality, you're just stuck in this one loop of never-endingness, of never-ending nothingness, and it's just gonna feel wacko and not good, and your mind's gonna fuck you up in so many ways, trust me. It's gonna make you feel left out, it's gonna make you feel like a failure and unworthy and all of that. But just know that you have the power to change it anytime. Just you. Nobody else, nothing else, just you. And frankly, everything comes on its own time. It just does. I personally believe it. You don't need to believe it. You just need to make peace with the fact that this was a decision that you consciously took. And it doesn't have to be for 6 months or a year or like 7 days or something. It'll just be like 2 days or 5 days or whatever, however long you want. If you do decide to take that break. I'm just gonna give you a tip, which is, so you never know how long the break's gonna last. Or if, I didn't know how long mine was gonna last. I would recommend for you to go and yourself called and create a timeline. I mean, I guess you would just DIY it towards the end, but it'd be good if you created a timeline, because otherwise you're gonna be stuck in a loop where you're just doing whatever you did the last day and never going out or doing anything else. You're just like stuck in a loop of you wake up, you watch TV, you go to sleep, you wake up, you watch TV, you go to sleep, and it's just gonna be a continuous cycle of weird depression. My point being, breaks are amazing, but they're whatever you make them. You can make them super unproductive and super depressing, or you could make them nice, light, airy, and productive. It is completely on you. There is no right or wrong. These are just the things that I learned from my break, and I think I made the right choice and took a break. Yeah, I've restarted the same job that I was doing, and I've done all of those things, but for my mental health, I'm way better. I also recommend like consulting a therapist or something if you did. I did not do that. That's not a comment on mental health at all, or therapy or whatever. I just did not feel the need to. If you ever feel the need to, you shouldn't. Why the fuck shouldn't you, you know? Pizza break! Basically, all I want to say is if you ever take a break, try and make sure you're financially stable enough to be able to take it. I had that luxury, thankfully. Otherwise, I'm just gonna say it out loud. Do whatever the fuck with your time. Nobody cares. You do something, you don't do anything, you create a business, you don't create a business, you chill all day, you don't chill all day. None of these things are good or bad. They're whatever the fuck you wanna do. You're responsible for your own life. Like I realized I was waiting for some miracle to come and just change my life. Shit like that's not gonna happen. Doesn't happen in a day. Also, you have to do your own thing. I'm thinking of starting a series called Getting Out of My Own Funk or whatever, so that like help me get out of this break or this pattern of nothingness that I've become kind of used to. But otherwise, I'm just gonna say it out loud. You're responsible for your own life, and whatever the fuck you wanna do with it is your choice and your decision, and no one else's responsibility or choice or decision. Learn how to deal with it. Otherwise, it's gonna be a hard problem. You have resources. Go to therapists, seek out friends, family, whatever. But just do what you want. You're responsible for your own thing. So am I. Wasting time, not wasting time, however the fuck you wanna call a break, I took it. Honestly, it was amazing. There were days and nights where it was horrible and horrifying, and I thought I'd be stuck in this pattern forever. But I'm trying to get out of it, and I'm getting out of my own funk so that. But I think it truly did help me. Maybe I'm just convincing myself that it helped me and it didn't really, but no, I think it did really help me actually. Honestly. So, it's your own life. And you're responsible for it. So, bye. Shiragara signing out. Bye. I hope this video really helped you guys. Bye.